The year was 2269. A group of humans from old Earth decided that life was no longer reasonable. They wanted a society that was good, just, and sustainable. Something old Earth was not. In their words, a society that meets the basic needs of its members in a fair and balanced way, has a structured system which ensures the equality of its members, and works for the better of the community, and is organized in a way that is lasting and adaptable. They left with the intent of starting a new world, far, far away. This is their story.
Start this community as a fresh start. And since the Earth resources were depleted, and many of us were really unhappy about that. And so we decided to start looking for a new planet. And luckily for us, we stumbled upon Bob, which was like Earth. And in many ways, it was just like Earth. So consider us the New England pioneers of the 22nd century. And I think everybody's pretty happy about that right now.
When I was living on Earth, the atmosphere was so eroded that we had to wear protective suits because of the UV rays. You couldn't even go outside without wearing an O2 pack. Then we found Bob and decided it was the perfect place to settle. So here we are.
The group that came here consisted of about 1,000 people. We left Earth about a year ago, traveled for quite some time, looking for a suitable location. When Andre accidentally fell asleep at the controls of the ship and almost crash-landed into Bob, a lucky strike by our only cosmonaut. Bob was almost identical to Earth. When we stepped on this amazing planet, the view was an orgasm for our eyes.
Bob happened to be the perfect planet to settle. Perfect weather, perfect land. It was Nirvana.
Daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. On a beautiful day. Daydream. I dream of you amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. Such a beautiful day.
As I spy from behind my giant robot's eyes, I keep him happy cause I might fall out if he cries. Scared of heights so I might pass out if he flies. Keep him on autopilot cause I can't drive. Room enough for one, I tell my homies they can't ride unless we're sitting on the shoulders, but that's way too high. Let's try not to step on the children. The news cameras filming this walking project building. Now there's hoes selling hoes like right around the toes, and the crackheads beg at about the lower leg. There's crooked police that's stationed at the knees, and they do drive-bys like up and down the thighs. And there's a car chase going on at the waist. Keep a vest on my chest. I'm sitting in my room as I'm looking out the face. Something to write about. I still got some damage from fighting the White House. Just a
daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. On a beautiful day. Daydream. I dream of you amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. Such a beautiful day.
The first order of business after landing was growing food, since we only had enough to last us about 3 more months. Luckily, the weather is always sunny and the soil is extremely nutritious, and the crops grew quite easily.
We started growing basic foods like fruit, wheat, and vegetables. One of the problems we found on Earth was the burden placed on it by the people. Too much waste, too much industrialization, too much production, too much of everything. It was at the point where property value rose and declined depending on how much waste was on it.
On our new planet Bob, we're trying to keep our environment little to none. And to prevent this from occurring, we will use only natural resources in moderation, and we grow anything organic. Our carbon footprints will be limited or practically gone, I guess, and because there will be no waste, since everything will be organic and recycled, including our human waste and animal waste.
The recycled compost is then used in the land and farms to help grow more crops. Our farms will cycle through plots of land to allow nutrients to absorb back into the soil. We plan on this soil being usable for as long as the community survives. Forever, I hope.
The community decided that it would be most sustainable to keep wants and needs completely separate. We will only be producing the needs such as food, clothing, and shelter. I'd rather be living with nothing than on top of something.
Earth had turned into an unlivable wasteland. The most pristine areas were those that had less than 10 feet of trash underground. There were no longer any trees, flowers, or new growth of any kind. The world was dead, and people kept on destroying it.
Got a big plan, this mindset, maybe it's right at the right place and right time. Maybe tonight in a whisper or handshake, sending a sign. Wanna make out and kiss hard, wait, never mind. Late night in passing, mention it, flip to her best friend. It's no thing, maybe a slip, but the slip turns to terror and a crush to like. Then she walked in, he froze up, leave it to fright. It's cute in a way till you cannot speak, and you leave to have a cigarette and these get weak. Escape was just a nod and a casual wave. Obsessed about it, heavy for the next 2 days. It's only just a crush, it'll go away. It's just like all the others, it'll go away. Or maybe this is danger and you just don't know. You pray it all away, but it continues to grow. I want to hold you close, skin pressed against me tight. Lie still, close your eyes, girl. So lovely, it feels so right. I want to hold you close, soft breath beating hard as I whisper in your ear. I want to fucking tear you apart. Then he walked up and told her, thinking maybe it passed.
Because we are trying to stay organic and healthy, we have decided to be a vegetarian society. We are keeping all agriculture local, and animals will be raised in free range. Animals will also live as easily as humans.
The way we're gonna dress ourselves, the clothes we're gonna provide are gonna come from wool or cotton raised from the farms or hemp that we're gonna grow outside. Shelters and homes that we're gonna have are gonna be built from natural resources like wood or anything that we can find. To keep from destroying too much of a green environment, we're gonna replant every tree that we destroy.
To keep material possessions equal, all the goods are brought to the distribution center, where the government divvies shares and then distributes them to the people. We are trying to control quantity, not quality. If someone needs a new pair of pants, they simply trade their old ones for new ones. From an early age, children go to school where they are taught the history as well as the goals of the community. They will be taught social responsibility and their role in the community.
Our job system is fairly simple. Based on their proficiency after completing their education, members of the community will have a choice of 3 different jobs. Their choices will be decided by their teachers as well as their peers.
For our job situation in our community, we decided it would be best to do this. Just because I can do one job today doesn't mean I can do it tomorrow or willing to do it tomorrow. This system in our community will give us a good chance and opportunity for everybody to try new things. And so everybody can stay equal too. And for example, if a farmer would like to thread a needle or a tailor want to work a hoe, they'll simply have to alert proper authorities and possibly they'll be transferred to their new job the next day. So that way they can try it and be happy about it.
Old Earth had been a place of turmoil and death. Genocides, wars, segregation, inequality, or all the inventions of a race bent on being better than the others. This is the story of an old world, one we will not suffer.
Wir wollen nicht lieben und wollen nicht spenden. Ich habe
me, or maybe when I look around daily, I don't even know the people I can put my trust in lately. People that I used to hang with, now they're acting so different. I'm still the same person, why doesn't anybody listen? Can somebody please just explain to me what happened to the way that we always said we'd be? Right now I don't know why I pushed through the pain that I got through, and I'm losing hope.
Deafening voices, frequency inside my head that says, going in the heart where I focus. Everything inside out of my brain that claims.
Our community is based on a standard of equality. Morals are decided by the community for the community. This goes for justice and fairness as well. All of this is guaranteed by the strength of the community's voice as a whole.
Because no one has more than anyone else, or is better materially, all citizens of this community will enjoy the equal pleasure of living a good, just, and sustainable life.
Well, as I remember, on Earth, that shitty planet that we had a while back, everybody was constantly competing with each other, either to have a new car or a better looking house or anything. And look at them now. I mean, they're probably dying, on the verge of dying out. And we're over here on a nice little planet called Bob, enjoying our lives with the simplest thing and no hardly electricity or anything.
Our community understands when it's time to work and when it's time to relax. We have a special room we call the chill room. In that room, we have hookahs, which anybody can use.
That's what I like about this community. Everybody works hard, and at the end of the day, we relax and smoke a hookah. It can't get any better than that, and it keeps everybody happy and satisfied. I love it.